Hi, friends. And so I'm back. Like I said on Monday, I was going to give you the next story. Hope you listened to that Bible story that talked about a man made strong by God. I just finished uploading that, and now we're getting ready for this next chapter in our Jungle Book story. And this title is Letting in the Jungle. When we were here last, we saw that Mowgli had killed Shere Khan by setting a trap for the tiger with the wolf pack. And when he got trapped in one end of the river, like the ravine, then he couldn't get out. And so then ultimately he was killed and conquered. And now the wolves are not in danger anymore, and man cubs are not in danger anymore. And Mowgli is now saying he can't be their leader, but he's going to be a part of the jungle pack again. So he left the village of the people, and now let's see what's happening in this story. And this one is Letting in the Jungle. The next day, Mowgli sat at the cave of Mother and Father Wolf. He told of his adventures in the village as his friends listened with delight. That afternoon, Akela trotted up. Chill was brought news, he said. The men in the village are buzzing like hornets. They are, they all carry guns, and the red flower has blossomed at the village gate. Why, they have already cast me out, said Mowgli angrily. They are blinded by fear, said Akela. They will hunt you and us. We are all in danger. I must see for myself, said Mowgli. At dusk, he slipped into the edge of the village. He could see two guards standing watch outside Messua's door. Why were they there? Creeping closer, Mowgli heard them talking about Messua. That boy was a sorcerer, said the first. The animals obeyed him. The second guard agreed. The woman must be a witch. She took care of the boy, and she must have known all along. The trial will be an easy one. She will be found guilty. Silently, Mowgli slipped to the hut's back window. It was tied shut from the outside, so he cut the rope. Messua and her husband saw him. Make no noise, Mowgli whispered. If you get out of here, is there a place you can go? Yes, said Messua's husband. I have friends in Kanahawawa, a town 30 miles from here. We will be safe there. But what about all the people here? Superstition has made them crazy. Wait here until I return, said Mowgli, and he slipped away as silently as he had come. His face burning with anger, he ran straight to the river. Soon he found Hatha and his 3 sons. Good hunting, said Hatha in his dignified way. Hatha, when I was in the village, I heard a story. Years ago, a great elephant fell into a trap. A sharpened stake in the pit cut him from his heel all the way to his shoulder. Men took him away and made him a slave, but the elephant broke his ropes and escaped. Mowgli put his hand on Hatha's great side. Running down, it was a long white seer. It was you, wasn't it, Hatha? Why have you come to me, Mowgli?" Mowgli's face was grim. "You know how cruel humans can be. They have turned against the woman who took me in, and they will soon come with the red flower, burn the trees, and hunt the jungle people. I will not allow it." Hatha stood silent for a time. Then he said, "The villagers have always used the jungle according to their whims. Each year they grow bolder. But the jungle is our home. They must not be allowed to endanger it. We must let in the jungle." Haitha raised his trunk and trumpeted his war cry. The call spread across the jungle. At dawn, Mowgli stood at the edge of the jungle and surveyed the village. "Is everyone ready?" he asked. Baloo nodded. As Baloo waited, Mowgli and Mother Wolf slipped to the edge of the village and hid. Suddenly, a babble of confused voices arose on the other side of the village. The guards at Messua's hut went to investigate. Mowgli ran to the back of Messua's hut. He helped Messua and her husband through the window and took them toward the jungle. There, Mother Wolf leaped from her hiding place. Messua gasped, but Mowgli took her hand. "This is also my mother," he said. "She wishes to repay your kindness to me. Follow her and you will be safe." Messua kissed Mowgli on the cheek. Then she and her husband followed Mother Wolf into the jungle. Soon Mowgli could hear the villagers shouting, "The fields! The fields! Come quickly!" The villagers had good reason to be alarmed. An army of wild pigs and deer had swept out of the jungle and were merrily eating everything in the fields. A mob assembled. "This is the work of the witch woman," someone yelled. "She has turned the jungle against us." The crowd rushed up the street, waving clubs and knives. Bodero led the mob. The crowd tore open the door to Messua's hut, but she was not there. Instead, stretched out full length on the bed was an enormous black panther. The crowd stared in desperate silence. Bagheera looked up slowly, his eyes glinting. He yawned grandly, showing his gleaming, sharp fangs. The next second, the crowd was gone, and Bagheera had leaped back through the window while the panicked crowd scattered. Then Hatha and his sons crashed through the village gate. Behind them was a great herd of hundreds of porcupines, bats, water buffalo, cobras, birds, bears, monkeys, and wolves, led by Kaa. You remember Kaa, the great snake, right? Oh my goodness, look at all of them. All of the jungle is coming to scare off and chase away the village people because they're not kind to Mowgli and the other jungle animals. And they're trying to kill the lady and her husband, and they're all coming to rescue and to put these people in order. Uh-oh, got a new story. I need another page. I need another page. Oh, you can't see the pictures, right, guys? I'm sorry. It's only a little bit of picture. I'll let you see Mowgli right there. It's only Mowgli, and then it's the lady who took care of him right here. So we'll let you see them. Okay, let's do it this way. Okay. The animals chased the terrified villagers in and out of the huts and through the town, hooting and howling and napping and nipping at their heels. When they reached the far side of the village, the animals returned to the jungle. When the dust cleared, the stunned villagers looked around them. The village had been turned inside out, and the crops had been eaten. Not one shoot remained in the fields. We took from the jungle, and now the jungle has taken back, said the priest. There are no more crops. We must settle elsewhere. The villagers began to pack their belongings. From the forest, they could hear but could not understand cries of celebration from the jungle people. And that's the end of today's story, guys. And I will be back on Wednesday to read this next story, which will be the last one in this book. I know somebody says, read it now, but I'm not going to read it now. When we come back, we will read the last chapter in this story. I hope you enjoyed it, and all you have to do is push play again. And when you push play again, guess what? You can listen again, and then you can go all the way back to the first story, all the way up to this one, and then you can wait for this, and then you'll be ready on Wednesday, and then the whole story will be finished, and I'm gonna have to choose a new book. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you on Wednesday. Until then, you know what I want. I want you to be good, and I want you to be kind, and I will see you the next time. Bye-bye.